Hello, everyone. Welcome to today's training on practical digital skills with Microsoft Power Apps. Your tutor is Mr. Martins, a Power Platform engineer based in London. Now, let's talk about Power Apps, also known as how to build an app without crying over code. So imagine this. Your workplace has that one Excel sheet. You know the one? Everyone edits it, nobody owns it, and somehow it breaks every Friday. That's where Power Apps comes in. Power Apps is a tool from Microsoft that lets you build apps without needing to be a hardcore developer. Think of it like building with Lego making. But instead of plastic blocks, you're using buttons, forms, and data. You can create apps for things like staff check-ins, inventory tracking, approval workflows, or even a simple request form, all without writing heavy code. Just drag, drop, connect your data, and you're good to go. Now, don't get it twisted. It's called low code, not no brain. You still need logic. You still need to think. But instead of writing 200 lines of code, you're writing simple formulas that actually make sense most of the time. The real magic is how it connects with tools you already use like SharePoint, Excel, and Teams. So instead of chasing people for updates, your app does the chasing for you. And the best part? You can go from idea to working app in hours, not months. Yes, hours. Your boss will think you're a wizard. Don't correct them. So if you've ever said, there has to be a better way to do this, Power Apps is probably that better way. Start small. Build one app. Break it. Fix it. And before you know it, you're the tech person everyone suddenly depends on. Welcome to Power Apps.
Welcome everyone once again. So today we'll be talking on how we can transform our business ideas into powerful applications without writing a single line of code. Notice the emphasis on the not writing code part. And the main idea of these Power Apps is to empower anyone to be able to create custom business solutions. So 5 people, 6 responded. We have 2 basic, 2 intermediates, 1 none, 1 advanced. This is awesome. So this takes us to the next slide. Which category best describe your role? Which category best describe your role? We have somebody in technical IT or data. Do we have anybody in management or team lead? Thank you for the thumbs up. Do we have anybody with customer facing experience? So this will lead us to the type of application we are building today. Okay, we have somebody in a management team lead position. We have somebody customer facing. We have administrative. Wow. Okay, we have 3 people with technical IT experience, 2 in management. This is amazing. Now this takes us to the last slide. What Power App should we build today? Are we building a calculator? Are we building an office form? Are we building an inventory tracker? Are we building a staff signing application? So we'll see which one will lead and then we'll move on from there. Okay, back to our Power Application introduction. So what is this Power App that we've been talking about? I know so many people will be inquisitive to know what this is all about. So what I can say about Power App is, especially when it comes to council talking about small businesses, let's say Power App is a type of application that we use every day. In our previous slide, when we were doing the opinion poll, remember some people picked staff signing. That's probably what is the most common item. Some people use it for inventory tracker. So example that I have is a tracker, signing forms, anything you are doing that takes input from people. Probably let's say somebody have a meat shop where they sell meat. You know, some people bring the meat, you know, the different vendors to deal with. You can have an application. Once they bring, instead of writing anything down, you just go on your app, click on it. Okay, they brought 5 kg today. This vendor brought 10 kg. Automatically in your application, you can see what is happening. And then today we'll be able to explore a finished Power App that we can identify for our learning practices. So as I said earlier, the Power Application is your no code solution. So as I said, I will continue laying emphasis on the no code aspect because we are technically not writing any code today. Then the application, we have an intuitive interface. That means we can design this application with the functionality we want, because it's basically just dragging and dropping different elements, different functionalities. And then today we'll connect our application to a data. Remember, in the beginning of this training session, you learned Excel, you learned some other application, you learned AI automation, how to write prompt and everything. So this is where everything come into use. And there are two type of Microsoft Power applications that we do. We have the Canvas app, and we have the media app. Today we'll deal with the Canvas app because that's basically what we can use for our kind of business. The second one, model driven, is used by big organizations where they have maybe thousands or hundreds of employers. We don't necessarily need to do that. From the slide, you will notice this is talking about your creative freedom. The model-driven does not have this creative freedom, because once you start a model-driven application, it's using the information you supply to build the app for you. You cannot really customize. But for this, we can either start with a blank canvas. We can tell AI to make a canvas for us. We have total control of what we are doing on this one, and we can tailor this to our own need. We can customize our form, we can customize our button, the screen, we can use it to do anything. So this one is perfect for uniqueness. And building the app, I just wrote these 4 basic steps. Like, what is the first thing you want to do to build your app? That was the thing we did on the other slide, where we were thinking of the kind of application we want to design. Now we know we want an application that it's used for staff signing in. So that's the defining your scenario. Now we identify that we need the app to do signing in for staff. Then we already know that we will need an Excel spreadsheet that relates to staff signing in. That's where we might have problem, because we probably don't have an Excel sheet prepared for that, but we'll see if we can just make something up so that it will tally with our app. Then the third step is uploading the item or our data to the cloud. The reason why we upload to the cloud is because of the functionality of the app. Because the application is running on real time with the source of data, that's why it's important this item is probably in your OneDrive or on your SharePoint, somewhere where there is internet access, so that it's easy for the app to update, to delete a record, to update a record. And then we can easily generate our app on just a click of a button. We can have multiple screens, we can do a lot. We'll move to the practical section, but I would like to just show you as much example as possible. Like, somebody might be wondering, how does the environment for this Power App looks like? It's very easy. The first thing first is just going to this website, makepowerapps.com. So Microsoft actually made everything as simple as possible. Imagine I want to make a Power App now. The website is even already telling me make.powerapps.com. Very simple. That's the starting point. That's where we are going to start today. So that's why I kept this here, so that we can have an overview of what it looks like. So you can see from this screenshot, it said, let's build an app. But now, what should the app do? This is you talking to artificial intelligence, trying to describe what you want your application to do. Make sure before we do anything, format your data into a table. Very important. So what I did now is just as a refresher, this is how to format your data into a table. You can see the data here is region. We have the east, west, south, and north. They are in a different column already. Another column is showing January, February, March, the different months. Now, these are the fields we want to format to a table. So it's just you pressing Ctrl T on your keyboard.